Hello YouTube and welcome to another video. Today I am going to be showcasing a Venom Zola deck. So called Venom Zola because obviously we have Venom in it, who on reveal destroys all your other cards at this location and adds their power to this card, and Armin Zola, who destroys a randomly card here and adds copies of it to other locations. So the plan really with this deck is slowly kind of fill out the locations, have one big location, big, in quotes, that's three, with three cards. Turn 5 you're playing Venom in it, and then turn 6 hopefully hitting it with Zola and sending that big Venom across the board, and then which will then also eat the other cards and gain some extra power. To do so, in the deck we have Nova, so when it's destroyed, give your other cards +1 power, so preferably you do get this turn 1, can put it down, and then that'll be your kind of Venom, barring anything, your Venom spot, to where then you can throw in, obviously not the Ebony Maw, preferably not the Bucky Barnes either, but then, a Lizard, ongoing -3 power if your opponent has 4 cards here, so hopefully you don't get that, so you have the 2/5. And then potentially your Captain America, who's ongoing, your other cards have +1 power. So you got, what would be 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and then after eating this, you got a 13 power Venom we'll have there. Or potentially Gruden there on reveal if your opponent played a card here this turn, +2 power, so a 3/6 in there. Potentially you can throw your Hulkbuster in there, which adds 4 power but frees up a spot, so you can still Venom if you had 3 cards in that location already, because on reveal, merge this card with another random friendly card at this location. Polaris, just to move their cards around a little bit, and it is a 3/5. Drax on reveal if your opponent played a card here this turn, +3 power, so again it's a 5 power, at a minimum, but upwards of 8 power, and did just unlock this cool luchador variant, so I am trying to farm some boosters for this guy to upgrade, because my son really likes this one when he saw it, so I wants to try to get this one all the way up to infinity. So part of the reason Jax is in here is the farm booster. Same thing with Captain America, not the best. And the way using it here really is only a 3/5, so that's not the greatest. A Maximus would be better. God, I'm blanking on some of the bigger cards. Even, having a Carnage in the deck probably wouldn't be too bad. Wolverine could make some sense. Poke 2/4 is not terrible, and you can move your cards around if needed. But again, want to farm some boosters for Captain America. I don't know why I kind of like this pixel variant, but I want to get this one split, a couple times if possible. And then also Gamora on reveal if your opponent played a card here, +5 power. Gamora is a bit more of a backup plan if I can't Zola Venom, because Zolaing Gamora isn't terrible, especially if you do get a hit on the first one makes her a 5/12, and then you could potentially get a couple definite 12s across the board, but maybe even up to 17 depending on if it hits. And then Ebony Maw is one that you'll kind of sit by itself, so Venom or any copy can still get played into that lane. So Ebony Maw, you can't play this card after turn 3. But also ongoing, you can't play cards here, so the copy can play. And then Bucky, in another lane, so when Venom, potentially gets shot across the board, it'll eat Bucky, which does only add the 1 power to Bucky, but that whole lane then will get the Winter Soldier, so you get that 6 power in. There's just more ways to add power across. So yeah, the Venom's a fun card, Zola's a fun card. They can sometimes be expected, since they will be filling up lanes. It might be a little bit harder to expect a Zola at endgame. And then some of these other cards are really just farm some boosters, but they also can have some high power for low cost, making Venom worth more sitting across the board. This is one where I wish I had a null. I probably would want a null in here if possible. Hopefully, you're sending Venom across, and maybe a Sarah then instead of Gamora, so you can play Zola and Electro, not Sarah, because Sarah you can really only play on turn 5, so it doesn't help much at the end of the day. But a turn 3 Electro wouldn't be too bad. Zola ramp is a archetype that people use. But yeah, so one, just really want to try to get a big Venom, send it across the board to make a bigger Venom to win the games, and yeah, trying to farm some boosters for some cards that we like. That said, into some gameplay. Sorry, looking down, still getting used to the new hotkeys I set up to change the scene. Early snap. All right, so we do have. All right, this is gonna make it a little bit more difficult. I'm gonna skip on the maw. So I think turn 3, Barnes Maw into one of these shouldn't be terrible. I guess actually I'll play it over here. So then we should, if we play here, I guess a 5-power Zola won't be terrible there. Think of how I want to do this. Yeah, we're gonna do there. We're gonna want to Venom this lane, Venom and Zola this lane preferably. We're gonna put Bucky and Ebony Maw over here. Oh, and that's not too bad for us. So with Venom, outside of obviously these are just gonna get the buffs up. The Winter Soldier won't get the buffs, but that's fine. If Venom eats these, Venom gets the buffs from this. But Venom also gets ongoing buffs. So if I were to eat Nova here, it would get the 6 and not the 1. So that's one good thing about Venom 2. So if forget the name of the location. Forget the name of the location where it gives the 5 power to each, but if you drop a Venom into that, it does get all that extra 5 power from the other ones as well. So it doesn't. I probably should have played Gamora there because I wasn't paying attention that we're actually on turn 5 already. It's gonna be a tough. Obviously sneak some power. All right, so at least I hit that. I got a Captain America. Do I take? I'm gonna take the chance anyways. I wish I would have played Gamora, so I would have had the chance on the Gamora. But I'm gonna hope that I hit Drax here. Oh, and they have something there. So they played there. So if I hit Drax, I definitely okay. So I hit my Drax. That'll trigger. You don't trigger. Ugh, lost by 1. That stinks. So if I would have played Gamora, if I realized it was turn 5 and would have played Gamora, I would have won there. That's a bit disappointing for what happened there, unfortunately. So if you looked at my last video, my toxic trait is misordering. Sometimes not paying attention to the turns can be my toxic trait as well. If I would have played Gamora, I would have won both. Alright, so I think I'm gonna ignore Atlantis. No, probably not ignore it. I have one big card that I'd want to put in there. Ooh. Alright, so that works for me. I'm gonna snap here. Now I'll get this 6. I can drop a Captain America in there afterwards, so this could be a big Venom lane to eat. I probably won't actually play anyone at Atlantis to get the extra 5 if I can send the Venom around. Obviously still have to get Venom, and then what do we have here? So that's not terrible. So go with Captain. Interesting, they just ate it. I can't play my Maul with that, which stinks. Wish I would put you here. Okay, so I'm gonna draw, so that helps. Not to worry about, so I'm not actually trying to win here. Okay, so hopefully I get the Venom, because then I can... Man, actually have to worry about... I can go like this and this. Alright, That trigger. Then track. Move anyone over. The one that I really wanna. Still might want to do this. But at least we'll get 8 power into there. If I hit you, that's 12 power. Yeah, I'm gonna do this. That would give us what, 6 extra here. Definitely would prefer the Winter Soldier as the proc. If I don't see Venom at all, I might have to record another video. This is... Okay, so I got the Soldier proc. That gives you an 11. Ah. Oh, that stinks. Be a Venom. If I'd have had Venom there, actually win that one. Venom turn 5. Been a 10 power. Got across both ways. Yeah, if I would have turned. Actually, I don't know if I would have won that lane. No, because he got the infinite. And I probably should be paying attention to names. I also never pay attention to who I'm playing, so if I play the same person, I don't always know. So, we're not having very good luck right now, fortunately. I have a good 2, 3, 4 here. I see the Venom. Will I? So yeah, a place like Xandar would get the boost from Stu. That. I think I'm gonna play into. What in? What does this end up being? I want to do this the other way. If I eat in this lane, I would get 5, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12. And still have not seen Venom. Good one, but character. Or Venom. Feel decently good about winning this one at least. I know I've spoken in the past how Spider-Woman is, especially now with the buff, Spider-Woman and Gamora could probably use in most decks a bit interchangeably, but in this one, unfortunately not, because you want to get this 12 power. Now, of course, I still don't even have my Venom, and even if I get Venom now, I want to play, because I don't get, actually I'm going to want to do it. Hulkbuster down. Oh, I guess actually that doesn't matter. Hulkbuster. Gonna go into one, so I'm not going to get the extra Nova, but that's okay. I have 18 here. Extra there. Come on, game. Ugh. That one. Who else could I have played turn 2 here? I just said Bucky, which wouldn't have helped. Again, pretty unlucky here. Still haven't even been able to do what I want to do. Grab these. Let's see if we open anything good. Gold. Credits. Credits aren't bad. One more and hopefully hit what we wanted. Right. At least not giving them anything too great. Most likely don't have it destroyed. At this point, I would prefer they get Bucky. Second after that, Nova. Third would be this Hulkbuster. So with Vormir and Zola, it works that this would 6, 8, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So if I hit it, this of course. I mean, I guess they only get 1 power, so that's not terrible. But with Zola, when you send across, Vormir doesn't trigger. Good. Throw you here. Please give me my Venom next turn. It's fine, I can play you. Watch, I bet I get it. Can't play 2 of these, which kind of sucks. Sacrifice any. Even if that hits, I lose. Had a very frustrating couple of days. You see my last video, basically anything that could go wrong did go wrong there as well. Just never had great play lines. That one too, 4 or 5 games, didn't even come close to hitting the nuts, so to speak, on what I was trying to do. We'll play this one more and hopefully we can do it here. So I have the Venom already, finally. Actually, I shouldn't have played there because that's gonna move. Silly, was not paying attention. Let's just keep playing it. Fortunately. Play Distracts into it, then we'll do Venom. Hey, actually eat here now. Okay, I'm gonna snap since I finally have what I want, even though it's not gonna be that good. And again, a place like Danger Room, when you Zola in, it doesn't get hit. Right, so I got that, so that makes it a little bit better. Gain power across. Not bad. Can I play both of these? I can only play that. Where if this Bucky comes in over here, I'm gonna be kind of pissed, honestly. Because then I bet I Zola the Bucky. Interesting. And that means it is one over there. All right, so I'm gonna have big over here, kind of low over there, but good chance. And there's my Hydra. So 16 would have preferred a little bit bigger. They played in both. One of these must be a death, and one of these must be She-Hulk. All right, so I still win here. That could even get destroyed. No, and a death there. There you go. So that's what we're looking for. Not the biggest Venom, but we had the Bucky. It was by itself, which kind of stinks, but there you go. Easy. 18. Where'd the 2 from? Oh, that's right, because Bucky got the Nova. So yeah, so you can get, pretty easy 24 if Bucky's sitting in one. 16 in another. 16's a pretty good number to win with. Not entirely sure what they had going on here, but it worked out and got to hit what we wanted to. Can be bigger, you can use bigger cards. Typhoid Mary's a good one to have as a 410. And then the Electro Ramp style is probably even better, because then you could potentially get Typhoid Mary and Red Skull, who both of them have some negative downsides, but once you eat them with Venom, that goes away and you get the power. So you can pair those with things. So they're obviously bigger than your Drax, than your I probably won't even get the chance, to eat a Gamora, really, but bigger than Drax, better than Captain America, and just, allow Venom to get even larger. And then, Death wouldn't be terrible, depending on how many you do get to eat. If you're doing that ramp style, you could potentially get Venom on 4, Zola on 5, knocks them all across, and then a Death and, She-Hulk, regular Hulk on turn 6, depending on how the game goes for you, which gives you a lot more output than here. But again, this, you might not have those cards. Most of these cards should be pool 3. I don't think any of them are actually pool 4. So as long as you're in pool 3, this should be a obtainable deck for you. But there you have it, Venom Zola. Can be frustrating, can be fun, when it works out. Any comments, on the deck? Love to hear your thoughts, as well as the videos as well. I'm trying to play with the sound between the levels of my voice, potentially some music going in the levels of the game. So yeah, any comments on that too would be greatly appreciated. As always, please don't forget to like and subscribe. Peace out, YouTube.